Hello and welcome back to Back into Plays Hoi4 with the Kaiserreich mod. Today we'll be playing with the Russian Republic at the moment, but as you probably know already, we're going to be going into the Tsarist Russia path, specifically the Legitimate Tsar. If I can find it over here. Right there, down with the Legitimate Tsar. Why? Because I did this once before, a long time ago, a few months ago, I think before Alexander Kerensky even came out. I played it, it was a lot of fun, it was very fun for the audience, and I wanted to get back to it ever since then. Now, since Divided States just came out, it's going to be the longest amount of time until another mod comes out, until another update for the mod comes out. So, I think now is the perfect time to do it. Even though it has nothing to do with America, and this has all been worked years in advance, I think it's a good time. So, we are in Russia. It is not the Russian Empire that we come to know. We have lost Baltic duchies, we've lost Lithuania, Belarusia, all the way to Poland, Ukraine, the Occupant Union, the states down in the Caucasus. Alish Urda is a puppet of ours, but that's not going to be forever. We lost down to Turkestan, Mongolia, risen up against us with Roman von Ungern-Sternberg, taking a few of our territories as we go. Transamur under Vladimir Kolchak, he's taken over that. It's just not a good situation for us. We are weaker than ever. We're currently being led by a coalition by the, what's it called? I know it's by Alexander Kerensky, but what is it called? It was called the... Either way, there's a combined coalition between the Soviets and the more loyal to the Russian Tsars, the nationalists and the socialists. They'll all come together to have a relatively weak Russian Republic, and that's going to be made very, very clear as soon as I start the game. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to pull back all my troops. A troubled history. After the October Revolution, anti-Bolshevik forces started to consolidate across the former Russian Empire, leading to a massive rebellion against the Soviet Republic in Siberia and the Don-Kuban steppes during the middle of 1918. The White Movement made considerable gains, but could not defeat the well-placed Red Army, which still dominated the Russian industrial heartland and transportation networks. The war changed when the German Empire feared the success of the dangerous ideology, intervened on behalf of the Whites in exchange for the recognition of the Treaty of the Brest-Litovsk. By January 1920, both Moscow and Petrograd had fallen to the White forces of the new Russian Republic, was established in former imperial capital. For the past 15 years, the leading political forces, the social revolutionaries and cadets, have governed in an uneasy coalition under Kerensky, maintaining their power through electoral manipulation and a lack of serious political opposition. Today, Russia is becoming increasingly unstable, and other political forces are growing. They consider that it is now time for change so that the country may once again assert its power over the world. Long live Russia, one and indivisible. I want Tsarist Russia on my desk. Let's let it go. Russian Constitution in 1918. Signed in 1918, roughly a year. Assassination. I'll read this first. Well, of Nicholas II, the Russian Constitution defines the country's political institutions. The legislative branch constitutes the State Duma, elected every 5 years. The Senate, consisting of the senior nobles, statesmen, and scholars. An executive branch is divided between the office of the President, elected every 6 years by the Senate, and the Council of Ministers. The Constitution guarantees freedom and stability. By the way, the assassination of Kerensky. The sound of gunfire rings across the capital. Alexander Kerensky, the president of the Russian Republic, was shot and killed by an assassin while he was climbing the steps of the Senate House. The killer was shot dead by the military police before we could make his escape. His motives will forever be unknown. Regardless, the fate of the Russia will be irrevocably changed for better or worse. So, he is dead. He is dead, and now we are controlled by the Senate. And we'll let that go. There's still no national focus I can take just yet. A bit unfortunate, but, you know. It's unfortunate I can't do a little bit with maybe just the naval, but like in America, but, you know. There goes President Kerensky, bypassed. Russian economy, I'll read that second. The assassination of our long-term president, Alexander Kerensky, has thrown the country into chaos. Well, with the president gone, the government coalition of cadets and social revolutionaries has collapsed, and the four forces look ready to seize control of the broken nation. The left, no. Ben Orangel declares martial law and dissolves the Duma. That's him down here with his nice little hat. Korniliev officers seize the apparatus of state, or Senate elects Grand Duke Dmitry as the new president. Now I need Dmitry. I get these things off my screen. We're going to need Dmitry to go down here, right? Crown Dmitry and the new Tsar. Let's see, you, military, peace power. Ah, so I can have the military seize power, or Dmitry. And then you need Dmitry, or you're not allowed to do this yet, or the military seize power. Republic of the Aristocrats. So, naturally we're going to go elect the Grand Duke Dmitry as the new president. Yeah, boy. Dmitry Pavlovich Romanov. After the end of the Russian Civil War in early 1920, Kerensky's government attempted to recover the economy using a mix of socialist economic theories and the propositions of the cadets and its supporters among the Russian capitalists. Kerensky recognized the de facto redistribution of the land among the Russian peasants and restored private land ownership using the gold reserve of the Russian Empire, which during the Civil War was under Kolchak's control, and later was transferred to Petrograd. Kerensky introduced a new currency and launched a new economic policy, NEP, which allowed him to recover the Tsarist industry, including the military plants, and involve American investments in the various branches of the Russian economy. However, the slow growth of the economy, as well as the instantification of the confrontation between the right and left parts of the Russian establishment, led to the recession in 1933. It is clear that the Russian industry still has great potential, which has strengthened the economy as well as the international position in the country. Yes, do that thing that we said we would do. Anything I can do yet? Nah? Okay. Oh, deal with her now. Prerequisites of the government. Alexander declares independence. Terrible news. Our autonomous region of Alexander has decided to use the political chaos in Russia following the assassination of Kerensky to sever almost all ties with Russia and declare independence. While many hotheads and general staff are demanding immediate action, ongoing chaos prevents them from responding to the treachery. It seems that we must let Alexander go for now. Are you sure about that? Prerequisites of the government idea of Vladimir Dipeli are no longer fulfilled. Replaced with... okay. I don't understand what that was about. I think it had to do with my ministers. Yep. Vasily G. Boldorev. We could always just attack Alexander. The Civil War hasn't started yet. They got like 11 troops. Come on. You troops. Break off. Get ready. Get ready, boys. We could. We really could. I still got troops trickling in. You could just send these these troops from the far reaches. Get them in. Dmitry Romanov assumes power. After the death of Kerensky, the Winter Palace in Petrograd wasn't vacant for long. Grand Duke Dmitry Pavlovich Romanov, which, with the help of the old aristocracy and the new financial elite, controls the biggest country in the world, as his royal ancestors did before the revolution. Playing the role of the good Tsar for the peasantry, Dmitry Pavlovich guarantees that the new elite will save the property and money from the farmers. As in 1916, when he killed Rasputin, the Grand Duke is ready to act decisively in the name of the Russian interests. His appeal to restore Russian glory and might is widely supported with various layers of the nation. The people wait his first actions. The Romanovs will really charm. Good, good, good. You, stop it. Stop it. I would like to attack you, but I cannot. I can develop cruiser technology, but I cannot attack you. Boris Strume dies. One of Russia's most influenced politicians, Boris Strume, has passed away due to a heart attack upon hearing the news of Kerensky's assassination, born in 1849. Strume was one of the few people in Russia to remember the Crimean War. He was a symbol of Russia's tradition and continuity, memento mori. Then remnants of Russia's nobility emerged in the turmoil of the Civil War, which was wealth intact. Reactionary landowners led by Vladimir Poroshkinev, or Felix Yusupov, the childhood head of the Grand Duke. This is the one that I like to go for, because he's my friend, and I believe in nepotism. The Totalist Charter, don't care about you Totalists. You will fail in your mission. Over here, you guys are just on a big ol' defense plan, including the coast. Okay. Yes, don't do the coast. Don't do the coastline. Stop that. You know, it might just be better to do one of these garrison... No. Fallback lines. Around this area, this general area. And then up here. Come on, work with me. Something like that. I think this is roughly how the line works. Come on. Just give the word. Payment of the Brest-Litovsk reparations. During the Berlin Conference in November 1935, the Germans forced us to repay the remaining part of the Weltkrieg War indemnities. We had upon the Brest-Litovsk Treaty in 1918, 1 year earlier than expected, which was put the government in a delicate position. The current budget of 1936 is already stretched to the bare minimum. If we are to pay the accursed Teutons, the cabinet sees no other alternative than imposing harsh austerity measures. The cuts in government spending will be the most harshly felt in the social services sector and in the many homes and invalid war veterans. Invalided. Is that really it? Invalided. Huh. War veterans, depending on the state support. Our citizens are already disgruntled and dissatisfied with the incumbent coalition of cadets and social revolutionaries united under an even more unpopular presidency of Alexander Kerensky. He's dead, though. And the fear that these austerity measures will bring still more extreme political groupings under the political sense. Ew. Austerity measures. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Production efficiency cap and factory output down. That sucks. Alish Orda, let me kill you, please. You have a long border and not enough troops to hold it. I can just walk into Verny and it'll be all done. Do it. No profits from the legation cities. Nani? Following that 1926 German intervention in China and the Treaty of Nanjing, signed in November of that year, foreign trade has left the richest cities of the coast under the joint control of the world powers owning interest in China. The independence of the consortium of cities is guaranteed by 8 powers: Australasia, Austria, Canada, Germany, Japan, French Republic, Russia, and the USA. Russian foreign investments in the legions themselves flourish not only through foreign trade, but also thanks to the smuggling into the ALG Ostasien and Qing imperial territories. However, while we are officially part of the Legation Cities Council, we have not been able to gain access to the dividends that should entitle us to. Shame. Oh boy. Afghanistan has declared war on the Dominion of India. I'll read that later. Reorganization of the Eternal Police. With the rise of internal dissidents, the government has granted itself the internal police able to actively hunt down the protesters. Good. I can start doing that. They reintroduce the Oranka. With revolutionary movements active throughout Russia, some members of the Duma are suggesting a complete reorganization. The internal police, on the basis of the old Tsarist secret police, Oranka something, or simply Oranka. This system will hunt down any radical revolutionary elements and re-educate them to re-inspect the Russian state. I want those revolutionary elements on my desk. Electoral good luck in France, good for you. Black Monday, mein Gott. Nash Delo, it's a hard time for the Russia and for us, senators. We'll have to admit that with the murder of Kerensky, the history finally gave us a real chance to restore order in this country. But what we have to do is to be united against the radical Duma, filled with national populist and syndicalist fanatics. That's why I ask you to approve the plan of Russian modernization. The power of the Senate should be used to that iron fist and a velvet glove. With these words from the former Grand Duke Dmitry Pavlovich, and now the head of the Senate, Dmitry Romanov, demanded an approval of his plan, which is called Nash Delo, our deal. It's not the deal, it's our deal. According to this program, the powers of the State Duma should be limited, while the Senate will launch a reorganization of the Russian imperial policy and economy. But Dmitry Pavlovich demands that the Senate should give him absolute support of every of his draft laws. Let it be. I want complete draft support on all of my laws on my desk. Afghanistan versus Dominion of India. I really wish that the member states of the Entente would pretty much just avoid foreign wars except for the homecoming war. Like, local wars should just be fought between them. And, I don't know, I think it makes more sense. Just because, like, the lore of the Entente is that everything is falling apart. Dominion of India is about to... Oh, failure by the bottom clot. Here we go, boys. Anarchists, socialists, and syndicalists, and Bolsheviks are weakening the stability of the motherland. Recently, they caused a panic in one of the major Western cities when an assassin tried to kill a famous government representative. Thankfully, the bomb went off too early, killing only a few people. I want the head of the bomber on my desk. Base stability down. Hell yeah, brother. Political bombers. I want the head of the bomber on my desk. Negative 17 stability. Sounds about right. Like I was saying, the lore of the Entente. India is about to break off into civil war. Anything else? Australasia, they're having their own problems. Black Monday hits Russia. Damn, son. Ivan Pavlov dies. Ivan Petrovich Pavlov, the widely known Russian psychologist, died today in 86 in Petrograd. He received the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 1904 for his research in digestive systems, but he is mostly known for his works in the classical conditioning of the Russian president. Expressed sadness and announced that his laboratory would soon become a museum. Aw, nice. Back to what I was saying. Canada, well, they've been forced out of Britain. You, West Indies Federation, you kind of just exist. I don't know what problems you might be having. And then Sardinia is just stuck on a little island. France is about to fall apart from native uprising, so they probably shouldn't be helping out in other wars. But luckily enough, in the Afghanistan war, it seems to be just Dominion of India versus Afghanistan. Jama Shamar declared war on Najd. This old thing again. Restitution of democracy. So somehow West Indies Federation and Dominion of India, or Sardinia, got involved in that. Australasian Confederation, still out there, still doing it, boys. Keep going. Unfulfilled imports from Germany. Well, maneuvers through the Carpathians. The world is changing. So long as we're getting 4, that's still good enough. I don't need any more than that. United States, you having fun over there? Going for the U.S. Navy? The general on a assault. Assault on a general. What the fuck? How did I read that backwards? The anarchists, socialists, and the syndicalists of the Bolsheviks are weakening the stability of the motherland. Recently, one of the assassins, they assassinated a famous general. God only knows what will happen next time. I want the head of the bomber on my desk. Surprised it doesn't kill one of my generals immediately. President General Congress. Don't care. Don't care. We're reintroducing the Oranka so we can get their desks on my head. Come on, socialists. Just try me. Ah, I hate these modifiers. These modifiers are terrible. Oh god, these modifiers. The best join the Great Khanate. Elite gymnasiums. Each city in the Russian Empire used to have a gymnasium where the smartest children of the local elite studied. With Republican reforms of Kerensky, most of these schools were cancelled and all these students were unstudied. Together with the sons and daughters of the workers and peasants. No, 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 we can't share the wealth. We must hoard the wealth. Elite gymnasiums for the smartest children. Yes, please. I want less stability, please. Bliss. I wish to have less stability. And what the hell is this? Nani? Nani? Germany, what happened? What have you done, Germany? What is this? How did you get the Republic of China already? Allemagne. Allemagne. Ostasian Gesellschaft. The German East Asian... Which, wait, Allemagne is... Oh, I think that's the French way? Why would they be German? Why would they use the German for Allemagne? I didn't know that's what ALLGs stand for. I know it's the German way and pretty close to the Spanish way of saying it, but why would it be the Chinese way? So, Republic of China and Shanxi Tianquo versus, at the moment, what's left of the Allgemeine Ostasian Gesellschaft, and nothing else by the looks of it. Oh wait, I need research to do. I need to get mechanical computing. Death of Pius, okay. Ties with Bulgaria. It seems as though the Bulgarians have approached us with an attempt to Foster relations between our two nations. A delegation has come to us asking for further ties, claimed that would be useful for both of our nations, especially in the current turbulent climate. There is a safety in numbers. While an alliance with Bulgaria could be useful, the fact remains that they have fought against us during the Weltkrieg and are currently surrounded by hostile nations. Of course we're going to accept their advances. They're Tsar, we're Tsar, come on, they're cool. And we're going to guarantee their independence so that when they go at war, we can back them up. Back up a strong Bulgaria. And then you, what the hell happened, China? Oh, what? The naval invaded you? With what navy? They have no ships. Was that an uprising? Okay, we can move their troops into their borders. Nice. Let's see this. 21 to 32. You have 32 to 42. But Chongqing Tianquo is bringing 12 to 18, so it's roughly similar. And what the... How did you get troops up there? What is going on? What is this? What are you? Unfortunately, all of the factories were taken by the Republic of China. An independent China. What the hell? And you... Goddamn, call in someone. Call in Deutsche Station. Call in German Empire. Do something. Goddamn. But with that, I am going to cut the video here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully that will be when the Civil War kicks off. Bye-bye!